UDA.
Kazi ni kazi.
Kazi ni kazi.
Hasra Nation.
Have you enjoyed the moment? Yes, at this time I want to introduce the officials, the interim officials of UD Atlanta chapter. Our chairman is Charles Ndonga. Our vice chairman is John Baru. I am the organizing secretary. Secretary General is Samuel Rice. And we have our communication director, Alphonse. Then we have board member Catherine Jogu, our MC today. And we also have Janet, who is our board member. Jennifer. I think we have Janet too. Cherais, where is she? Yes, there. That's the team that has worked so hard for the past about 1 month. We have been having meetings every day, 3 hours, 4 hours. Donga's children were asking him every day, Daddy, another meeting? But finally, oh, and we have a board member here, Wangondu. Sorry, I didn't see you. And we have a chief advisor who is not here. He's in the camp. He had planned a camp so early before we organized all this. He had to go because he's also the chief organizer of that. It's a group of families, they go every year for vacation. We excused him because he could not abandon them, but he was with us online. Otherwise, we had a moment for questions and answers. Do we have time for that? Okay. We'll go to questions and answers. And before I go to questions and answers, I had something to say for 1 minute. That wewe ukiwa na jirani wako na ndugu yako amejenga hapo, alafu muvamiwe usiku, ndugu yako achukue familia yake watoroke. Jirani yako hata ambaye mjazaliwa pamoja aje akuokoe. Ni nani ndugu yako? Who is your neighbor? Who is your brother? That's what Deputy President did. When we needed him, inyua dwa Mount Kenya, Mwaragi age faraja. Riria mwendaga mundu wa kumuteithia mundu ucio ni okire. So there's no way we can abandon him when he needs us. Turauga tutikomuige ndagutukireria ngari tumuigirire ngari. Ni sawa? Na Mkikuyu anasemanga weka wega ni wewe na ndurihagia wega nao, na sisi hatupigangi watu mateke ya punda. Kwa hivyo lazima we do what is right. And for the future generations from our community, we don't want a curse. As they said, Ngujiri amesema tuliachwa na shida ya the Luo nation sababu ya Jomo Kenyatta. We can't repeat that. Guys, we must be determined to do what is right. Then there is a saying that kuna mtu amekuwa akisema Mount Kenya sisi tunaweza kopwa lakini hatuwezi nunuliwa. I want you to tell me kama sisi tunaweza kopwa. Can we be bought? Tunaweza kopwa. We have our minds and we will do what is right. So at this moment, I'll ask the questions, and the people who ask the questions can stand up. Madam Secretary and the MPs, I don't know who will answer these questions. You will decide amongst yourself. And since you had something to say, maybe you can say while you answer this question. The question is from John Tiria. Where's John Tiria? Yeah, John Tiria is asking, and there are two people who ask almost the similar questions. John Tiria asks, how do we participate? Will people in diaspora be able to vote? And the third question was, is there membership to the UDA party? Answer that question together with Joseph Waweru. Joseph is gone. Joseph asks, what is the possibility of diaspora taking part in voting? I think the same question.
Yeah, the same question.
And then the second question, how can we in the diaspora help to push UDA to the finishing line? I think they asked both questions,
Yes.
the same questions.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me first deal with an issue that I forgot to mention about your right to participate in political activities in Kenya. That is enshrined in Article 38 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. Now, that right means that as diaspora, if you are a registered voter in Kenya, you can actually vie. You can become an aspirant under UDA or under any other political party, but because we are representative of UDA, we talk about the UDA aspirant. The Constitution gives you a right to become an aspirant. So first, I want to call out to all diaspora people who have an ambition, political ambition, to clinch any seat, from MCA to Member of Parliament to Women Rep to Senator to Governor, to just feel the freedom to apply on our website, the uda.or.ke. You will find a form which you can fill out. You pay the requisite application fee, and you'll be registered as one of our aspirants, and you'll be entitled to inquire for any kind of information that you need to know, and you can continue popularizing your candidature with your constituency or with your ward or with your county. So you are free to do that. That's one. And number two, maybe some people are asking, how do I become a member of UDA? Go online on the same website. You will find our website. You can put in your details. It is very good if you are a registered voter, but even if you are not, you can still register as a member, but make sure that you can make efforts to register, to do your registration as a registered voter. That's important because you cannot vote without being registered as a voter. So I think there are three categories of diaspora when it comes to voting rights. I'm coming to the question now of voting rights. Number one, there are those diaspora members who have their IDs and have also registered as voters in Kenya. Those ones could vote. But the point is, where will you be at the point of voting, supposing the voting is not, the rollout by IBC does not reach the state where you are at? Then that means if you are within Republic of Kenya, you can vote. We know for a fact in 2017, 5 nations voted. They wanted, it appeared as though IBC wanted to progressively roll out the diaspora vote. There were certain questions that became critical and became important for consideration in rolling out this. Because, for instance, which constituency do you come from? My brother here. Yes, even yourself. Kiambu. Kiambu constituency?
From Kikuyu.
You come from Kikuyu? So you come from Kikuyu constituency, and what constituency do you come from? Malmanet. So when, for instance, we put a voting center here, you see voting happens within your constituency, within your county. So when you are voting, how do they organize the voting of Marmanet and the Kikuyu, and another one you come from Nandi, another one from Turkana? So it became easier for them then to roll out the first level, the presidential, because the presidential is cross-cutting. Even if you put a box here and say everybody vote for presidential, you don't need a specific station. You can actually do it at the embassy or wherever else, other designated place which IBC would select. So I think the point would be to now push and lobby for more nations to be included in the voting. Of course, leaving out the story of how the vote will be counted, because it has to be done the same way that is being done in Kenya. And you know, we are half electronic, we are half manual, because there is a real ballot, there is a real ballot box, there is actual counting. All those issues come into question. If it was electronic, it's very easy. I believe there are some nations which are doing electronic voting, like Egypt, They are just doing a voting system within the embassy. So I would call this work in progress, but because we are having this conversation, as a political party, we are also able to advance this right, to push and lobby for this right to be rolled out to much more people in 2022. But the question would be, are you registered as a voter? Do you have your ID card? Have you registered? Can you go to the website of IBC and do those queries? Because the more queries they receive on diaspora, the more proactive they will become on it. But in the meantime, if you cannot reach out to vote, because maybe your paperwork may not allow you to travel or something, you are waiting for a process here, you have people back home. Talk to them, campaign with them, make sure that somebody has almost actually done the vote for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. The second question was from Dan Kuria. Who is Dan Kuria? Okay. Dan Kuria was asking, there is a talk about UDA having been illegally acquired. Our enemies might instigate prolonged court battles to lock us out UDA from 2022 ballot. What safety net do you have in place in case of such a scenario?
I think I could also take that question. There was a lawsuit that was filed by the former chair. The former chair filed that lawsuit purporting that there was some illegal transfer of power from the former officials to the current officials, that being ourselves. But he was part of the process. I would not wish to discuss much detail of that matter, but most notably, a consent has been entered and the suit has been withdrawn. It's marked as settled. And I would say this, you know, when you are in a what do I call it, in a contest, many hurdles you'll be thrown along the way. Those are anticipated risks. Now, those risks, the case is once determined on merit and you are properly registered, gazette notices have been done, the registrar has given opportunity to anyone who has objection within, say, 7 days or 14 days to come back, or within 30 days to come back and give any reasons why, for instance, the officials should not be changed. Then if you were within the Republic of Kenya and the publication was done and you did not give a reason, why would you then come after the period to say that it should be deregistered? UDA was PDR in 2017, and it has sitting members of parliament, sitting MCAs. It's already been existent and it's legally recognized in the Republic of Kenya. So I think it would be a very heated battle and it would be difficult for anyone to deregister it unless there are other issues that would cause the deregistration. And worse, even if you have a worst case scenario, it can never be too bad. It can never be done until it's done. There are 1,001 options to. There are many ways of killing a cat. Oh, sorry, many ways of killing a rat, yeah? Not the cat. The cat is used for killing the rat, yeah?
Thank you so much. The last question that we have is from, is it Morris? Morris? Is it Morris? Raise up your hand, they see you. It's Morris. Morris is asking, how is the office of the DCI, how is the office of the DCI be handled, or it will be handled? He's talking about the future. I think he wanted to say, how will the office of the DCI be handled? Is that right? Yes. He wanted to say, how is the office of the DCI be handled to avoid future use of harassing innocent people under the name of corruption by the next government that will be formed under the leadership of Veronica Maina?
I think let me help Madam SG. That one is more of a political question than technical. I think, as I said, it depends on who is on the wheel. If the person who is on the wheel is William Ruto the William Ruto that I know, then the DCI will act professionally. The Department of Criminal Investigation will not be used to intimidate Kenyans. And you know, we will have no fear because we will be running the country with a majority. I think the current system has a lot of fear. And when you want to hide your failures, you start intimidating people and calling them all sorts of names. So I think there is no need to fear. The future is going to be bright. We are going to let independent institutions run independently.
Thank you so much. And to add to what Kositani is saying, the hustlers who right now, the current regime and those close to the regime, are claiming that the hustler narrative is bringing collision between those who have and those who do not have, is a narrative to scare people. And as he said, they are scared because the hustler we know is coming to disrupt a system that has affected all of us. If Kenya had been managed properly, I believe I would not be in the US today. I would be in Kenya. We will all be successful in Kenya. So the hustler movement is not against those who have. The hustler movement is to support who do not have to be able to achieve their dreams and aspiration. So the hustler movement and narrative will not be driven by those who are against it. The hustler movement will be driven by us who understand what hustling is. And as I said when I started, the best people to drive this movement is the hustlers, number one, the diasporas. You have struggled. Some of you are professors like him, and others are doctors, lecturers, chemical engineers. We know who we are here. But we did not get it easy. Some of you had 2 jobs, were sleeping on the road, driving. Others were sleeping on the stoplights. Others were taking night syrup, the cough syrup, to get to sleep. Others were doing 3 jobs. Others were fired because of sleeping on their job and it's not what they wanted. So we are all hustlers. We know what hustling is. So if you are not in this bus, I don't know which bus you will be in. Na tunasema dereva wetu anasema kila siku, mimi si mjinga, mimi si mwenda wazimu, mimi si mlevi. I know what I'm talking about. And when you hear the deputy president, Nanasemanga, I am the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. I know what I'm talking about. This man, I've told many people, there's something he knows. And what he knows is what is scaring these people. And if we support him, I have said he is a disruptor of bad economy to a good economy. Let's support him with everything we can. And now it's my pleasure to invite the communication director, Alphonse. Just give a thank. Okay. At this moment, I will hand over to Catherine for cutting the cake.
Thank you, Sam. Let's appreciate him for that session. And thank you so much for being patient. Please do not leave because we are about to finish. And if you don't have a t-shirt, we have t-shirts, it's $15. Please support this movement and you'll be blessed. At this moment, I want us to cut a cake because we have birthed a new chapter here, UDA chapter in Atlanta. So we're gonna welcome SJ. SJ, we're gonna welcome you so we can cut the cake.
Before she comes, can you answer this question that has just been raised so fast, and then we cut the cake? The question is, can UDA have a female vice president?
That's a very simple question for me. Women, gender equity, equality, enshrined in the Constitution, a big yes, and why not?
The officials too, come over. This is where we need to firirida, I think. Kekiteno, mwamionireko, kekiteno, mwamionireko, Ngai nĩ mwega, matũma tũmuone, Ngai nĩ mwega, atũma tũmione. Togoria taya, mwamonireko, togoria taya, mwamonireko, Ngai nĩ mwega, atũma tũmuone, Ngai nĩ mwega, atũma tũmuone. SG Toyo, mwamonire, SG Toyo, mwamonire, Ngai nĩ mwega, atũma tũmuone, Ngai nĩ mwega, atũma tũmuone. Okay.
Hii watu ya media kuna ile wamechukua picha direct hii.
Kata keki. Ini keki sio ugari. Ini keki sio ugari. Ini keki kata. Ini keki kata. Ni keki sio. Ini keki ya UDA. Ini keki ya UDA. Ini keki kata. Ini keki kata. Ini keki ya UDA. Happy birthday, happy birthday, dear UDA. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, dear UDA. Hiyo ni UDA Atlanta chapter officially launched. Wacha tupigia Atlanta UDA chapter makofi. Hallelujah! Clap for the chairman. Ni nani anaenda next? Oh. Clap for SG. Mheshimiwa, now we go to Mheshimiwa Gonjiri. Naona mata ikitiririka kidogo. Hehe, karibu karibu. Makofi! Hooray! Woohoo! The chair anapatia hapa Honorable Kositani. Yay, makofi! Makofi! When you are doing live. Cheraisi, our Secretary General huku. Wacha akule keki. Yay, huyo ni Cheraisi, amekula keki. Okay, we do have a lot of snacks, so you guys don't even go. We have mandazis. And we need to take photos. Let's go ahead and do it now. As you stand. Okay. Everybody, come over. All of us, we want to do a group photo. Let's come and do a group photo.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we all come here for a photo? Kujeni tupigwe picha, msiende. Can we all come in the front and take picture with our guests? Yes. Aya, kujeni tupigwe picha hapa.